Welcome to another episode of Golfing with Fat Statham in Alaska on this beautiful, cloudy, 53-degree day with a slight breeze. Working on some trail arm structure, getting the weight shifted to the left, making sure that that right elbow doesn't get stuck behind me. And with no warm-up, the man pipes one right down the middle, which is great. This next one, however, a little chunky, a little pushed, which is the theme of today. Short and chunky, similar to my name. So this little chip here, again, just getting used to chipping. I guess I'm gonna just keep practicing those swings until I am totally comfortable. I've just launched a little far, but it was a decent chip considering the fact that I'm just working on contact. This is the most utterly weak putt to start out the day. Just look at the heel. Bam, right off the heel, and it's almost like I wanted the ball to stick to the putter face, and then I would just like gently shove it forward to the hole. Very uncommitted, but nothing to complain about so far. Bogey on the first, so +1 as of right now. This one I was trying to aim kind of more at that left house, right by my hands. I set up and I guess I was aimed a touch more right, and then I pushed it just a touch, but it was a good strike. So considering the fact that my previous shot was a block slice 150 yards right, I think that's a big improvement thus far, especially again, no warm up. This one was like 153 to the pin. The pin was in the back, and there was a breeze coming straight at us. So I took an 8-iron and didn't really swing too hard, but I guess I caught it just perfect, and I airmailed the green by a lot. So I ended up having to deal with this, and it's a pretty kind of a steep tabletop where it slopes away from me, so kind of hard to get it close, but I'm really happy with the shot. Just the fact that I was able to make a good shot that wasn't sculled over the green. And then this putt was a pretty decent attempt from this distance. Again, given that the first putt was a, for lack of a better term, just forgettable. Would have been really cool if I sunk that one, but that's all right. You know, here's what I'm working on. That's just, just work it. Yep, just yes, work it. Okay. We're going to be seeing a lot of that. We're going to get real comfortable looking at that during this video. So if you do not like that, I would exit this video immediately because you're going to see a lot of that. Same thing, wanted to aim left fairway. I was aimed more middle or maybe right fairway, and then slight push, but again, good contact, straight, which I will take. There's a tree in front of me and a tree behind me. You can see the confusion as I'm trying to judge distances and just really check out the intimacy level with these trees back here. What you don't see is that tree that the ball goes towards, there's a little pine in front of it, and so there's a gap that is about 6 inches wide, and I popped it right through that gap. It was freaking incredible. It was like a miracle. And then this approach shot, I was taking like an 8-iron because I didn't want to launch into those leaves up there, and I ended up hitting it pretty decent. It was just too hard, so it skipped on the fringe in front and then rolled over the back. So not too much you can do about that. Ground was super wet and soggy and kind of this funky lie, but I'm no stranger to taking difficult things and doing difficult things, no matter the challenge. So that's what I did. Ended up being a decent chip. This putt, however, oh yeah, this putt was great. I kind of forgot. I thought that putt was bad, but look at that. It was a par 5, so that was a par. I think at this point I'm two over. This one I always go right, and so I'm aimed correctly. I aimed where I wanted to be, and then I just kind of pull hooked this one. That's the back pedal, try to see where the ball went, and luckily enough, the brush has cleared out that I was in the other fairway. So that big tree that's right in front of me, I'm trying to go to the left of it because I'm on a lie where the ball's beneath my feet. Trying to go right, I pinged some trees back there at about 250, but it's a huge drop, like a 40-yard drop. And again, I end up pushing it and kind of fading a little bit. Hit the leaves, but it ended up working out. So here's this. I'm trying to forget this, but unfortunately I filmed it, and so it is now going to be eternally on YouTube. And it makes me sad just to be reliving this moment right now. Yeah, there was a moment where I thought that property was going to be damaged, but again, I don't back down from a challenge when it is presented. So I got right back up onto my feet. I got another ball. I knew what I did. I was just kind of quick in the transition. I kind of took my time on this one and ended up with a pretty good result. I was about, I mean, it was 20-ish feet though, 25 feet. And then I hit a pretty decent putt. And then I don't know what this walk is. I don't know what this walk is. Maybe it's just my walk, but for some reason it just looked funky to me, and I felt like I had to comment on it. But in for a 7, so a good 7 save. There it is. Work that again. Yep. So a good double save on that last hole. This one there's OB right past that fence. So again, I'm trying to aim kind of at that tree to the left of my head. Colors were beautiful out there, by the way, and ended up pushing it a little bit, but I tried to turn my hands over quite a bit, so I ended up just going straight and worked out pretty good. And I apologize profusely for my camera work on this one. Just the fact that I feel like I'm going to tip over just watching this again, just looking at this. But pins in the back, I have a breeze behind me, and I hit a pretty decent little 52 degree, just a little bit short. It's really late where I'm at right now. It's almost midnight, so I'm a little bit tired. I gotta be up for work, but here we are. This one I was this as sad as that previous hole where I knocked it out of bounds. This putt makes me equally as happy just because it was a really good putt from down there. Distance was it was a long putt. It was uphill, a little bit of a right to left breaker. I hit my line. Pace was really good, just a little bit short, but right in the heart. It's a little par 3, pins on the left, so I was kind of anticipating a draw. There's that move again. Aimed kind of center of the green and was trying to draw it in a little bit, and I ended up accomplishing pretty close to that. So good swing. Ended up drawing and was just about 20 feet short. Really uphill. I didn't feel great about this one. I still don't feel great about it, just looking at it. Yeah, it didn't do good things, and it was a really bad effort. And then followed up with this effort. Just again, that was kind of like the first one, That was the one where it was just like, just don't. I don't know what it is, but here I always go 3-wood, but I kind of want a little more distance. Now that I'm not just blasting everything right, I'm pushing everything right. But this one I hit kind of right on line. I think it was a pretty straight ball. Fairway just slopes to the left. Ended up dropping it down here. There's a tree in front of me, but it's not really affecting the shot. I was trying to fade it, and again, theme of the day being pushing. I kind of pushed it and faded a little bit. Now this next shot, I kind of felt walking up to it like Luke Skywalker about to destroy the Death Star with these leaves. Like I had to let go of the controls. But if Luke Skywalker could chunk the approach to the Death Star, this would be what it looked like. Launching the torpedoes too early, blowing myself up. The dark side wins. There is no continuation of the Jedi. And honestly, next time I have that sort of a feeling again, I've just decided that I will ignore it and not pay attention to it. Here we got a downhill par 3 aimed at that big tree right there, and just trying to kind of play a little bit of a fade. Again, you guessed, a little bit of a push. Almost worked out. Really good distance. I like that distance. It's a choke down 8 iron. And I know earlier I said I don't back down from chipping challenges like that. This one was just like wet and muddy and on an upslope, and I just felt horrendous. So I'll take my par, and all the hater out there, whoever the hater may be that watches this video, because there might be like a hater that watches it out of the 3 people that watch it. Just come fight me, I guess. You'll win because I'm not very good at fighting, but you're the one watching this. I was aimed kind of just where the cart path goes, and I ended up just drawing it a little bit. And that sound right there is the work of a good soldier who's got a cart, gas-powered cart with a gas-powered leaf blower, clearing out the fairway, doing the good work for the people. This one, my foot slipped and I kind of chunked it, and it ended up working out. Pins down to the right on the green. It's really sloped, as you'll see. I ended up picking a good line rather. And maybe the speed was a little bit off. I could have done a little bit better on the speed, but ended up with par at the end. A 42 all in all with a double bogey in there, so not a bad round.